This artist has a health challenge, but that hasn't stopped him from doing what he loves and living his dream, which he made a reality with this exhibition.
Some will consider this show a bold step for this contemporary artist, Teni Olojo, who's been living with Down syndrome, but he has not allowed this health challenge weigh him down. Instead, it has inspired him to give birth to Extrachrome Expression, the title of this show.
It has been a long journey. It's not an easy thing to say. It's what you experience, what you feel. We had to give up a lot of things for Teni to be able to grow up properly. Even the siblings were limited in some of their activities in order to be with Teni, to grow up along with Teni, so that he doesn't feel left out in many activities in the house.
His mother, Theodora, who's watched his passion grow, encouraged him to follow his art and has led him to the American space in Ibadan, or your state, where this show is taking place, to the amazement of the guests.
I never stopped him. Yes, I allow him to express himself in whatever way he wishes. So, Teni is an extrovert. He likes to express himself in different ways. And the family allowed him to do whatever he feels like doing in moderation.
As advocates of inclusivity always say, each person's abilities, hidden or manifest, as in regular people, everybody's abilities has something to contribute to our world, and so it's very important for them to try to locate what abilities their disabled children may have and try to develop those abilities for the good of society.
It's just fantastic. It's fantastic. I was greatly touched from the moment I saw his flyer. I was in awe because I was inspired and happy that at last we started doing this in Nigeria. Because in truth, overseas, Down syndrome and autism patients or people are already introduced into art because it's a very sweet way for them to express themselves. And me as an artist, I was enjoying the flow. There's a flow in his work, like very wavy, very. I don't know how to express how I feel inside for Teni. Teni is blessed, and his mother is doubly blessed for encouraging him. And more mothers need to do this, honestly. More parents need to do it. More people. We should stop hiding these kids.
One of the distinguished personalities is the U.S. Charge d'Affaires, David Young, who was really taken in by the works of art on display.
We've celebrated a wonderful art exhibition of a wonderful artist who has Down syndrome, who has done some beautiful, beautiful art. And we celebrate the fact that whether people are deaf or blind or are in wheelchairs, they have special abilities, and we are all children of God, and we all have equal human dignity. So I think for us in the United States and for Nigeria as well, we look forward to a day where all people can have all their abilities recognized and be supported with equal human dignity.
The pieces Teni exhibits show him more alive and at home with his art. So he takes the viewer into his rainbow after the storm.
It's the way that the family takes them that the entire community or the society will take them. But government has its role, and that's why I talked about advocacy, making sure that we enlighten our people, we sensitize them to the need for us to cohabit without any form of discrimination.
It begins from the home. The government has little to do. The government can only complement the effort of the parents. once the parent can recognize and accept their word as they are, the government can only complement their efforts.
Let's sing together. Right to the wall, the new day come. Where we see, I think, we'll try we have, we try to move. It's a sea, la 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 sea, okay.
Honestly, I've been doing research for years. Kids with Down syndrome and autism, they are very, very gifted. Many of them are very, very artistically inclined. So they should not be ashamed. These are kids. And I love the way they love hugging. They are always smiling. Even the ones overseas, if you read about them, if you watch videos about them, they are always hugging, smiling. They should not be ashamed. It's theirs. They are kids. And the more love they show them, the more they are able to express themselves.
This show added spice to the topic of integrating the disabled into society. As most art patrons here agree, that is an issue that cannot be swept under the carpet. It is important that people living with disabilities are fully integrated into the Nigerian society. And Teni is another testament that everyone has a gift and the only barrier to fulfilling them is in the mind.
I'm just lost for words seeing what Teni has done. We'll be keeping tabs on him to see how his art journey is going. But now it's time to reveal our artist for this week.
Born in Bomundi in Bayelsa State, South Nigeria in 1921, Gabriel Okara had his early education at the Government College Umuahia, Abia State, and later at the Yaba College in Lagos. He studied journalism at Northwestern University in 1949. In most of his writing, he is always concerned with promoting and celebrating the African culture, which he feels is being eroded, as seen in his poem, Once Upon a Time. His most famous poems are Piano and Drums and You Laughed and Laughed and Laughed. Beyond poetry and fiction, Okara has also written plays and features for broadcasting, although many of his manuscripts were destroyed during the Nigerian Civil War. He won the Commonwealth Prize for Poetry.
If you listen to every said thing in this world, you cannot achieve anything. The straight word never runs away from the crooked word.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
That's the program today. Let me know your thoughts about this edition. And you can see this or any other episode on our YouTube page. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a great day.